Here are the latest price moves in crypto today. Starting in the general crypto market, we can see that Bitcoin is down almost 1%. It's still above $29,200. Ethereum is down 0.56%. We have BNB on the reverse. It's actually up 0.6% at $240. And overall, looking at the market, we are not seeing too many big change movers. In fact, I'm not seeing any that's immediately popping out to us. So taking a look at just a couple of these other tokens before we move on, we have Dogecoin, which is down 0.48%. XRP is down 0.14%. Solana is down 0.24. AVAX is down 0.95. But we do have Cardano up 0.29%. DOT is also up 0.37%. And let's go ahead and move on. So real quick, I want to go ahead and point out that with the AMC movie theater stock, it has continued on its downwards trajectory. This is something that I had been discussing in previous videos, suspected was going to take place and how it could impact crypto. And so we are seeing a significant decline on the day. It closed down 10.85%. In fact, it's now down below levels that it had reached back on July 14th. So I'm personally not happy. I am not happy with this and how highly looks like it's being manipulated. But it is what it is for now. And so we move on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, as I just mentioned to you guys, down slightly on the day. And as we can see, it is following the trend pattern right now of the 50 moving average, resting right above that line, essentially right on it. We have about an hour and 17 minutes left in the day before the daily candle close. So if it closes at this level, that should signify that on the new daily formation, it will actually be below the 50 moving average for the start of the day at least. Hopefully it will make a climb up. We still need to try and pass $30,000 again. If this drops down, I would be concerned about a potential drop down to 27,500. Moving on to BNB. BNB starting to make a little bit more of a climb. It is slightly below the 50 moving average here. It's not right on it. It passed above it with the wick at one point. On the new day formation, it should be essentially tapping right close to it, just a little bit under it, it looks like. So it won't need very much movement in order to be able to climb above that. And if we zoom out here, look at this, guys. When was the last time that we had a daily candle close above the 50 moving average for BNB? Well, we had the wick go above back on July 14th, but it didn't actually close above that level. So if we zoom out here, the last time that we closed above this level was all the way back on May 5th. And before that, there was a good little run that took place that had occurred dating back to that of March 13th. So essentially from March 13th all the way over to the May 5th time period, we can see pretty much everything had closed above. There are a couple instances that are just slightly underneath here, don't get me wrong, but it held itself through for a good extended market time period, which would suggest to me that if we can get this above the green line, we might actually see a nice little run going on for BNB soon. That's the hope at least. And moving on to Ethereum. With Ethereum, it is slightly down on the day, and once again, following this trend line that I had formed over before, we could see the 50 moving average basically about to converge across that line. And we got to see how this is going to react. So overall, Bitcoin and Ethereum, both of those I have some concerns for. BNB is looking much more optimistic. However, as much as I would like to see BNB make the run up, if Ethereum and Bitcoin both tank, we might end up seeing that opportunity be stripped away from BNB. Or BNB may make a run in the short term and then follow suit shortly afterwards as a little fake out. So moving on, SafeMoon on the Binance Smart Chain. This is down 0.76%. We have $13,000 in buy volume, $25,000 in sell volume. 5 red candles in a row. Daily formation. SafeMoon over on Polygon is down 0.16% in the last 24 hours, but it's a green candle, and we have $105 in buy volume versus $179 in sell volume. SafeMoon on the Ethereum side is down 0.14%. It has $4,000 in buy volume versus $130 in sell volume. This is 7 days of red candles. Not looking good on the candle formation, but at least there is good buy volume that took place. Now, speaking of good buy volume, let's take a look at BBTF, Blockbuster Tech. This one on the SafeMoon swap is absolutely tearing it up. It is looking good. It is up 28.25% on the day with $27,000 in buy volume versus only $4,500 in sell volume. That's 91 buy transactions versus 14 sell transactions. And this is now 9 days in a row of green candles. So a bit of an overextension. People typically will look at this and say, hey, it's due for a correction. It needs to have some pullback off of this before it has an opportunity to make a further run up. So if you are expecting more green candles, the odds of that are definitely slimming down in the short term. Does not mean in the long term, but we could see some pullback, whether it be slight, whether it be significant. I'm not exactly sure, but keep in mind too, the liquidity for this, $394,000. So as far as funding goes, there's still plenty of room where there could be funds that come into play and causes this to go much higher from here. If we go back, this is from when BBTF had relaunched. The previous high was just shy of 0.001, so a tenth of a cent, whereas right now we are 0.0006 approximately. So it's got room. And then last is Pepe on the SafeMoon swap. It is up 3.86% with 2 transactions, both buys for $3,700 total. That's what I got for you in this video. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Would love to get your guys' opinion. And thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. A double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Thank you to my YouTube members for your support as well. God bless, and we'll see you in the next episode.